Alright everyone, we are back for more Final Fantasy VII. This is going to be more of a little quick episode because we got out of uh, Corel prison. We got a buggy from Dio because he found out, oh yeah, I screwed up. Or really, he just said, alright, you won the race so you can leave. So we took our buggy across the sea because we went back to Costa del Sol. And the whole reason we came back here is because we want to encounter a certain type of enemy. Now this enemy is not... And I also got the second enemy skill, so yay. So what we want to do is we want to equip that second enemy skill to possibly just Cloud. Even though it's just like really quick to learn the skill, we're going to take off all, because hey, here's that empty enemy skill. And you know what, I'm just going to put them both on Cloud just so we can learn them real quick. So we just are going to run around this area. I'm going to turn off the defense speed, but it was not necessary. Is this the... No, this is not the enemy, so I'm just gonna run. There you go, 3 times speed. And while that doing 3 times speed is just for me to encounter the enemies quote unquote faster. Alright, is this it? Yes, this is it. So now it's time to manipulate it. We use the manipulate materia to see if we can manipulate it, and since we're such a high level, the damage it uses on us does not work. And we manipulate it. Zem Zealot is the name, and now we're going to use the skill White Wind on us, which is basically just a heal all party wounds, which I believe improves haste, and bam, learned enemy skill. Time to kill it. That did not work. Bolt 2, time to kill it. That did work. Alright, so now that we manipulate it, it should be on both enemy skills. Haha, we got White Wind on both of them. And so now we could also technically go face the Midgard Zolom again to get Beta, but I do not feel like doing that right now. I will most likely do it off screen because I do not want to deal with the Midgard Zolom again. So we are actually going to take the buggy, and I'm going to have to change out all the music right here because we are in the overworld. Wait, am I still recording? Yes, I am. I have to be sure, because sometimes the game it acts a certain way to where I can't do it. I'm going to summon Ifrit because I don't want to deal with all this. I said I'm summoning here for not to deal with it. And since summon animations take forever, I do that. And that's why I had 3 times speed. So now I'm also going to show off a really good grinding spot for us. If you really do want to like double up your materia, growth, and all that, get the most out of it. Since we're back here in the Junon Harbor area, and it's like, oh, how do I get up there since we can't do it? You want to go talk to this Shinra guard, and he will pay you to use the elevator for 10 gil. So essentially it's like giving him a dime. It's like, here, give me a dime, and you can go up this elevator real quick. Alright, good. Now, this elevator sequence you cannot speed up because it's a fixed cutscene, and thus you can tell because how slow Cloud moves in the screen. And so we go all the way back up here, and we are back in the area of where we were at before, during like the whole training sequence and all that. This is around the same area I got my enemy skill. I'm gonna give us a quick save because I do not want to deal with all of this stuff again. I will be getting all the enemy skills I got with the exception of laser now, because we can also get another enemy skill after this. But I want to show off that the area I could use for grinding. Now, I don't want to use God mode, but I probably will just to show it off. I say I will just show it off because you want to go down to this area right here. Now, you can pull this alarm, and this makes it very difficult. Because now we can run around in this area for a tiny little bit. This might be a mini-so, just to like show off what we can do. I'm just showing this off real quick. And now we fight enemies that are not available until Disc 3. Meaning they hurt very much. They have a lot of health, they do a lot of damage. See, look, that one took a fire too. This one could take a bolt too, and that will probably, nope. Look at it, it is still standing. Look at this champ go. So you, as you can see, this thing has, well, probably good portion of it. It's like close to 1,000 HP, and it can hit a lot, and it hurts a lot. look how much damage it does. Look, see, it missed. And let's see, can we get Bolt 2 off? And look, it has well over 1,000 HP. So that means if you want to grind, this is the perfect spot to grind. Whether you want to be grinding limits, if you want to be grinding levels, because you can grind all the way to like level 40 in the spots very, very easily. So with that, we took down one of these enemies. I repeat, one. And we only got 80 AP off it. But we grew a level. And now let me, if we can find the other enemy here, if I don't die. Or if I have access to my healing for Cure 2. Which, not enough MP for it, wow. So, what we do is that I'm now going to turn on God mode. And I'm going to show you how easy it can be if we fight this enemy that can show up. Is it the 3 enemies? It probably will. Look, I'll turn on God mode. Alright, yeah, these 3 enemies, they hurt. Like, they hurt a lot. So we are just going to blow them up. And to spam limits because they actually do give you a lot of both MP and levels. Now, if you want to do this, you can. If you feel like, I don't feel like grinding, and this can work. Because this can be, you can do this as soon as you get out of the Corral prison. And since I don't have laser, it doesn't matter all that much. Because look at this. They don't do that much damage because everyone's in the back row. But if I was like in the quote-unquote front row, and like these enemies have like well over 1,000 HP a pop. But one Blizzard beta or one enemy skill we're actually going to get later actually can do a lot of damage to these enemies. So I'm going to turn off God mode because there's only one enemy left and I don't feel like wasting any MP because I don't like using God mode all that much for this playthrough. So with that, I took out an enemy and this, like I said, good spot for grinding limits, levels, materia growth. Because look at it, 210. And since we have double materia growth, that's 420, 420 blaze it all day, every day, smoke weed every day. Look at that. The all materia leveled up, so that gives us more access use to all. So now with that, we leave this area. If we didn't get attacked again, and we get attacked by this thing. So we are going to use an enemy skill. It's the enemy we ran into before. And we're just going to blow it up and do everything. Since it has well over 1,000 HP at this point, it doesn't matter. And see, it took a beta, which did almost 1,500 damage, and it is fine. Ish. Because now that Tifa attacked it, it should be dead. And it is. So, like I said, I'm going to be grinding here a lot off screen. Like, by the time we come back with this, I might have level 3 limits for everyone. It actually might be that ridiculous. And they all might be level 40. So we go from level 28 to level 40, and I got 15 different versions of lightning and fire. Know that I grinded levels, and that spot is primarily used by me for it's primarily used by me to just grind up the materia. Because if you master a materia, it basically gives you a free version of the second materia. So what we do is like, oh, here's a free materia. You mastered it. You have master 3. Alright, now you have a free copy of materia, but it's back at the weakest level, so you have to grind it up again.
That's trash.
It is kind of trash, but it's also a good way of like, the reason you want to kind of grind up the materia really quick for the section, because there's an optional section concerning one of your characters that you can do, and with that section you lose access to your materia.
Right.
So anyone who's played this game knows what I'm talking about. So what we want to do next is that we're going to learn another new enemy skill. We are actually going to have to ride along the beach area right here, because the enemy appears in the beach area. So that means we're just going to have to roll around, and what we're going to want to do is, if we find it, yep, these enemies. These tentacle-looking creatures. Which I would say the word out of, but I'd probably get in trouble if I said it.
Good. Nice little strike.
Nice little strike. You probably won't know what it is, but I do. And Dom might. So these enemies, we're going to use Big Guard. We cast Big Guard on ourselves, and it gives us barrier, and I believe haste. where we learned a new enemy skill, and now it's time to kill them all. So now we're gonna use Ifrit, use Hellfire. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of use out of Ifrit because it's just a hit all enemy. I might actually switch out Ifrit to show off some other enemy skills, mainly Ramu. And I do like saying that name that way, so don't judge me. Ramu. It just feels weird saying it, but also feels right saying it. So now we're going to use the buggy to cross the little rolling area we couldn't before. And this is kind of like, not really a catch-up episode, but more of like a way for us to talk. And I hate these enemies. I actually do hate them now. Because they have a skill that can use, if they get this random card deck looking character, if they get the right skill, they can cast instant death on you. If they just basically pull up a card, and if it's any of the cards in the deck, like Heart, Spade, or in this case Joker, which is the instant death one, it kills you outright. So now, actually, we're going to look for another enemy here that gives us, I believe if we go over here, we are actually going to cross the marsh here, and I believe we can find it. Oh, is this death? Well, I'm not sure what the heck this is. I am going to manipulate it. See what the heck this is. Couldn't manipulate. So that means we can manipulate it, which just makes it difficult to. Let's see, manipulate. I want to manipulate you. Let me manipulate you. Hey, we did it. Manipulated Grand Horn. Let's see what it can do. It can punch. Yeah. Alright, let's set it on fire. And then electrocute it. Punch yourself. That did actually happen. Punch yourself in the face. Punch yourself in the face. It didn't work because you're... Alright, so we are actually going to ignore two things here. That right there is technically optional, but I actually want to hurry up and do something real quick on getting one of these enemy skills. Is this the thing? I believe it is. Attack from both sides. Oh no. We are going to use this beta on this thing. And this thing casts Stone Stare, which does annoy me because now every second we waste on this thing is going to be just take forever now. Beta, hurry up. Blow up, blow up. And Bear's probably dead. And Bear's gonna be hit with petrification because this thing is taking forever. Hey, but we're good. I'm pretty sure there was an enemy skill we can learn there, but it's not from that. We don't want. There's two enemy skills we actually want to learn, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in this area or in the next area over. Because I'm not sure. Anyways, I think we're technically in the marsh area. Nope, it's not this thing.
What the hell is that?
That's the thing we manipulated before, where I said for it to punch itself in the face, but we didn't get the chance for it.
It looked like he punched an arrow in the face.
Well, I punched it back. Alright, so we're actually going to get one more enemy skill, and then we're going to actually cut off here, because this is more of a catch-up episode, if I'm being entirely honest. Yes, here we go. We found the enemies. And if I don't get petrified, where is it? We want to use the soft on cloud. If I can find it, because it's probably, yeah, that's very bottom. And we're going to just use it on cloud because I don't want to deal with this. Okay, so the enemy skill we're going to try to learn here is Frog Song. And it's as annoying as you think it is. And Mr. Frog Jam. It's no problem. And we're going to try and manipulate the frog. They probably will. Okay. Did we get hit with Frog Song on Cloud? We got hit with Frog Song on Cloud. So now it works. We learned the enemy skill Frog Song, and now they use it on Tifa. Now we have to wait. And they use it. Yeah, this is the only problem with this being like very, very annoying. These enemies that do Frog Song and all that, they just spam it back to back, and it's annoying. Because they can constantly hit you with it, and you get turned into a frog, or you get your attack canceled mid-animation like I did.
Right.
Vacate constantly spam it, and thus you are constantly like subjected to.
Are you fighting groovy frogs?
Yes, and these things are annoying because they will spam Frog Song, and it doesn't cost a lot of MP for them. And since I want to use certain skills, I can't use the skills. So I'm just going to spam attacks the way I can right now. And since, like I said, it keeps using Frog Song, I'm gonna just turn off 3 times speed, and if we attack him, we attack him. If we can't, we can't. And I'm just gonna subject him to this. And we're just gonna attack him with basic attacks now. Hey, guess what? You turn this back to normal. That's bad for you. Because now Tifa's just gonna kick him. And then Frog goes away. Like after... Because status conditions don't stay in between battles. So now with that, for Cloud, he has Big Guard, what's on... White, wind, and basically like status condition moves, but for our other one, we are going pretty good. I'm going to look up where we get our next enemy skill if it's not within the next area. But with that, this was just going to be like a little bit of a shorter episode, kind of like doing catch up for a few enemy skills. I'm going to grind off screen as well as getting the enemy skills that we got in the previous areas, being like Monster Magic, Flamethrower, Beta, all that. That's gonna be done off screen, so I don't subject you guys to that. And if I do find where I get our next really big enemy skill, being Aqua Lung, I will show this right here, right this second, put it right here, and I'll save it for the next episode. But with that, everyone, my name is Omega Zero.
CJ, aka Sweet Daddy in the streets.
And this has been the catch-up episode for the skills. We will catch you guys later.